I've been working with AI tools for 3 years, trying to find which tools are best for business professionals. And today I'm going to cover Notebook LM, which is one of the top platforms that I think business people and businesses can benefit greatly from. What's Notebook LM? It's a product from Google Alphabet, and the product brings together all kinds of different sources that you bring into this particular platform. You're able to bring in these sources, and that makes the focus of where this AI tool is going to search and get you knowledge and insights. You get to control that particular data set. It's fantastic because businesses really need to focus on what's most important for that particular business, what matters to that industry, what matters to their customers, what matters to the bottom line. That's a big game changer. We love using ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini, but those are in essence looking at the entire internet. Nothing wrong with that if we're trying to find a nice restaurant that serves great Italian food in the city of you fill in the blank. But when we're focused on business, and maybe we're working on a project, or maybe a law firm is working on a case, or a marketing team is trying to put together a marketing plan for a particular market, you want to bring together sources that you really trust, that you've read, or maybe you've watched videos, or you've brought that information to the table because there's some very good content in that information, and use that to enable collaboration with this powerful AI platform and enable collaboration with your colleagues, with your customers, with your vendors, because Notebook LM is a platform that you can invite people to collaborate with you. The uses are quite ubiquitous with business people. It's the next gear that we could take our projects, our efforts, our month to month activities to the next level. I wanted to go through and showcase a few ideas that I have for Notebook LM across different lines of business to illustrate how this tool could really bring tremendous value no matter where you work within your business. Let's get started. First, let me give you a quick demo of Notebook. The first screen you're going to see has a variety of projects that are out there. Some are going to be examples that the Notebook platform is providing. Those could serve as a really good place to just take a look at an example. I'm going to jump into one that I've already created, which is a project where I'm helping businesses deploy agentic AI. And this is overall the information that I have around appropriate planning for agentic AI. I brought in the sources of information that I trust. And that's really important because when you use ChatGPT or Gemini, they could hallucinate. Or in other words, they can give you information that isn't exactly what you're looking for. It's not aligned with exactly what you're looking for. And when you really control the sources, you're going to have quality information going in that's going to result in quality information coming out. So that's a real big difference between ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and this particular platform, is that we're only going to allow the AI to focus on this information. And it's all about agentic AI in this example. And I'm going to take as many sources as I need. It could be 10, 20. You have a limit of 50. And if you have an upgraded account, you can go even higher. But you think about it, you can have 1,000 pages of information. You can have videos. You can have pictures. You can have PowerPoint presentations. You have spreadsheet files. Anything can go into this particular source catalog, and the AI app will read it and it'll use it. It'll take that information and begin to help you really get good information synthesized and then put together in good output. This is a big time savings application because automatically I can create an audio file, I can create a mind map, I can create reports, an infographic for this particular topic. I can create flashcards. I can even give myself a quiz on this topic. If I researched it, I can provide a quiz. Giving you an example of the output, the platform is creating a nice outline for this particular topic. It's also creating a PowerPoint presentation. It created this automatically based on all the research that I completed. It created these particular slides, saving me a lot of time and providing really nice eye-catching slides. It also can do a full video, which is so impressive. You think about the level of effort that it takes to create a video. This is a summary of all my research on this particular topic So think about if you're working on a project with 4 or 5 other people, you work on it for a week. At the end of the week, you can have this platform generate a quick video on what you accomplished for that week, maybe giving a quick overview on the milestones that are occurring for that project. So it'll create these particular or these videos automatically. Again, another time savings. And in some cases, this platform can do things that I don't really know how to do, or maybe I don't have time to do them. For example, this mind map, it could completely on the information that I put in as sources, it studied the information and it'll do a mind map that I can drill into. And I can keep drilling into and having a full mind map. I don't know how to do this, but this looks really impressive and useful. And if I was working with the team, this would be very, very useful to the team. So that's another output example of what Notebook can do. It also has different outputs, more documents. And once I loaded in all the different sources, the AI application does the hard work. It researches all that content and then kind of brings to the surface the information that I want based on how I can search it. I could put in the prompts and start searching just that information that I loaded into Notebook. So part of using AI is being able to prompt the system appropriately. That doesn't go away. But the big game changer with Notebook is that we're controlling the sources that it's going to research. So it's not going to go all over the place, all over the world of information. As a result, the output that I get from Notebook is going to be more trustworthy. It's not going to hallucinate because only the information I put in, only the information that I trust is going to be used, and the answer is going to have that much more credibility in my mind. So that's a big game changer for Notebook. We have an ability to control the information that's in this repository. The information could be held private. So only the people that have access to this notebook would be able to see it. Really important for businesses that want to hold certain documents and information private. And that's also a feature of Notebook. And based on the ability to search a variety of documents, pretty much unlimited number of pages, there is a limit, but to the average business and really project team, the limit is never going to be achieved. And you get an automatic ability to generate assets as a result. You really should try this application because I think the uses are going to be pretty much unlimited and the value is going to be massive. Now, let me show you a few examples of where Notebook can be of great value to different lines of business. Product development. When you're a business and you're trying to create a new product, you're either creating a brand new organic product. We've never done that before, but we want to enter that particular product area, or maybe we're trying to advance a particular product for a new generation. In either event, that collaboration is something that we would do in a PLM system, in a product development platform. And this is really bad news for the legacy providers of these solutions because NotebookLM really just changes the game. You can bring in different sources, maybe historic sources that you own and you want to keep private, because NotebookLM is completely private. You'll be able to have secured access to this particular repository and invite only the people that you want to be able to view this data. So you can bring in this private business information. You could also bring in market information around that particular target market where you're developing this product for. That combination is awesome. And you can have this AI engine produce additional assets, additional content, the collaboration with your colleagues can bring in resources that they want to bring to the table. And you could then bring up to 100 different resources and have this large language model process through all that information. AI is going to make us better because it can process information and data at incredible rates. There's just no human way that we could read and review all this content and be able to search through the content and bring together what is most critical for that particular decision or that design. So product development teams can use NotebookLM to really take their product development cycles to the next level, to develop better products, to expedite the process of getting to a final design. And I encourage product development teams to look at NotebookLM and make it an additional platform that you use alongside your product development system. The next use case is within your legal department or maybe a law firm. Of course, lawyers and legal departments are going from topic to topic, trying to get the best information. It's typically in cases and so forth. And when they have a new business situation, a new legal scenario, I imagine they bring that information together. And this new collaboration system is a great place to bring those resources in. Again, you can maintain privacy and security and only have people that you want to see the information. So if you're bringing in privileged information, that's great because you're going to be able to control access. And you can bring in cases that you found, bring them into your notebook and have that be a source. You can bring in 50 different cases that relate to the matter that you're dealing with. And then be able to have this AI system search through. Maybe you do particular queries on it and you're asking for particular areas or subjects that you want it to search on. You want it to create some documents. You want it to create a presentation. You want it to, in essence, be a team member alongside you and your colleagues as you work on a case, work on a contract, work on a legal matter. I think the usage within legal and for law firms is going to be incredible for NotebookLM. When I got to know this product, one of my best friends from college, he's a lawyer. He has his own firm. He's one of the first persons that I sent a message to and said, you really got to check out NotebookLM and start using it for your law firm or consider using it. So for the legal profession, I think this is going to be a home run. Warehouse and logistics. That area of a business can benefit greatly from NotebookLM. Last year, we had tariffs introduced in the springtime of 2025. And I imagine that made that department's life quite challenging. This would be a great repository for that department or that line of business within a company to keep track of all the logistic matters, all the tariff regulatory matters, all the types of changes that have happened either state to state here in the United States or countries, whether you're importing, what has changed in that regulatory environment. This platform enables you to search and keep up with the most current changes to that regulatory environment. You can have multiple people accessing it and getting the right information so you can really operate your logistics center effectively. That would be a great use case for NotebookLM that I'm thinking could benefit your company greatly. Now let's talk about marketing. Marketing departments are trying to develop campaigns that are going to drive great ROI for their business. And this platform can help them do that. You can bring in video, you can bring in print contact, images, anything an AI engine. If ChatGPT can process it, so can NotebookLM. And you can bring in these multiple assets and resources so that you can then create your campaign to really drive great ROI. And you can collaborate with vendors, you can collaborate with customers, you can collaborate with your colleagues. It'd be a great platform for marketing departments to take their department to the next level. Sales professionals. You're getting ready to pitch to a very large client, maybe the biggest deal you're going to have for that particular year. With NotebookLM, you can make that customer and that particular deal the center of the universe and bring in sources, whether it be videos from your client, maybe the CEO has spoken, maybe they've had, if they're publicly traded, earnings calls. You can bring in their financials. You can bring in everything around that business. You can bring everything in around your product and the solution you're trying to present to this customer and convince them they should buy from you. That could give you a leg up. And NotebookLM is going to be able to produce these fantastic presentations, even video that you can then deliver to your customer that's been curated, designed for their particular needs, and can really improve your chances because you're going to level up your professionalism, probably impress and wow your customer, and be that difference between winning and losing that deal. HR departments. When you onboard a new employee, wouldn't it be great if they could come into a nice platform where they can have all the resources they need, documents, training videos, all those things can be held in a notebook. You can share a notebook with a new employee and have them go through the onboarding process. There's lots of onboarding platforms out there, but this one here is an additional AI driven platform that really steps up the onboarding process. Legacy onboarding systems are built on databases, and those tend to be quite stagnant, where NotebookLM is built on AI, Gemini, Google AI, which is one of the most advanced systems in the world and will constantly be updated. So you don't have to worry of falling behind on the whole onboarding process. You can have NotebookLM have the sources that are going to keep you current. Keep in mind, this is not a stagnant platform. The sources you're using could be websites that are updated. It could be new sources that you bring into the notebook and take out old sources. So this is a living system that gets updated week after week. So it'd be a great HR tool. And again, you can control access and you can control access to critical documents that would be held private. NotebookLM is one of the best tools that I've seen for businesses. I think it spells a lot of bad news for legacy systems like big ERP systems, big product development systems, marketing systems, because this tool changes the game for businesses. It elevates the ability of teams by bringing in AI and having it be a partner to an entire team, really serving up great analytic capabilities, insight into large bodies of data. Just think about how many sources you could have. And pretty much it's humanly impossible to cover as much information that is focused on a particular topic. I'm really excited about NotebookLM, and I wanted to tell you about it. I hope you found the video really interesting, and I'd really appreciate it if you can like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your AI projects.